What's up everyone, Drunken Phoenix here, welcome back. So today I'm going to be giving my reactions to videos talking about how quite a few car dealerships are actually having trouble selling their cars. And a lot of this comes down to the finances. A lot of these cars are going to cost a lot more than what consumers can afford or are willing to tackle on. So let's go ahead and get started.
Lots are packed and it's starting to look scary. Cars aren't moving. Not because people stopped shopping, because the math stopped working. Payments jumped, rates spiked, and the affordable cars became luxury payments overnight. But here's the trap. Even buyers who show up ready are getting killed at financing. Trade-ins are underwater, lenders are tightening. And every day those cars sit, dealers pay interest just to keep them breathing. New cars are stuck. Used cars are stuck. When both markets freeze at the same time, the whole system starts to crack. Here's why 2026 changes everything. The year buyers walked away. The rupture showed up quietly at first. A family would stroll into a dealership, fall in love with a perfectly normal sedan, and then freeze the moment the payment estimate landed in front of them. One father stared at the number for so long that the salesperson whispered if he was feeling lightheaded. He said he simply could not. Understand?
So again, like I said, this is good to see that, quite a few people are, being more cautious of how much they're tackling on with these cars, because I've seen a lot of these videos, and although, there's responsibility on the buyer for, taking on such a huge debt that they just, or liability that they cannot afford, a lot of these car dealerships are, scamming a lot of people, and they're taking advantage of a lot of people that aren't as educated on the ins and outs of the car loans, especially when it comes to a lot of young people. So yeah, I think this is a good thing. I mean, it's kind of sad that the economy has gotten so expensive to where even regular cars are given these luxury prices, but it's good to see that people are kind of slowing down and pushing the brakes a little bit when it comes to tackling on these ridiculous car loans.
How a basic commuter car had turned into a monthly bill larger than his mortgage. That moment became common across the country in 2026 because the payment shock no longer applied only to luxury trucks or oversized SUVs. Even modest models were suddenly out of reach, leaving buyers emotionally overwhelmed and financially cornered.
The car market is getting bad when dealers are wholesaling cars that they originally had for retail. This thing has been on the lot since 2024. This has literally almost been on a lot for 2 years. 18 months. 18 months this thing has been on the lot. You want to know the number one reason why this thing hasn't sold? Did you say price? Because that's what it's got to be. The price has to be the reason this thing hasn't sold. Or the fact that it's a Jeep. It's actually kind of funny. This thing only has 44,000 miles on it. I would get wholesaling an old car like this, right? Because this thing, by looking at the driver's seat, this thing probably has almost...
Okay, at some point, these dealers are going to just have to, just learn their lesson. Why you have a car on the lot for 2 years and you still haven't sold it? I get they want to make a profit, but in my opinion, I think it's just better just to sell it at whatever price you can sell it for. After 2 years, I would already consider that kind of car going to be a loss, because that's crazy.
200,000 miles on it. And it has a rejection sticker for the state inspection. So probably needs some work, right? And it's probably worth more than the car to do the work. But when they're wholesaling cars that they tried to sell for retail for almost 2 years. Sometimes you get caught at the dealership making videos. That's kind of funny. It's 8:29 in the morning. He was really, really nice though. But the one thing there, and I've noticed it in the past few months now, because they're not selling cars, they're going back to their old tactic. COVID there, that couple year period, those men would not even bother talking to you because they were getting 5, 10 grand, 20 grand over sticker. And now it's the same, we go full circle again, and they're coming back up to you and they're basically chasing you down.
So I'm trying to buy a new vehicle for driving with Uber. I wanted to buy a bigger vehicle than my RAV4. I'm looking for a Toyota Highlander hybrid, and I'm out here at Toyota Richardson in Richardson, Texas. They advertised this Toyota Highlander hybrid for $26,900. And then whenever I get here, they pre-approve me, my credit union pre-approved me, and I asked them ahead of time, can I take this car to my mechanic to get pre-inspected? That way I know I'm not getting raked over the coals. And they said yes, but as soon as I get here, they're like, oh no, our salesman has to go with you.
why does the salesman have to go with you? This sounds like some type of scam. It's like like, do you guys know something about the car that he doesn't, that you haven't told him or disclosed? Or
And I was like, okay, that's not what was communicated, but I'm like, okay, as long as your salesman can get there, get it inspected, I'm okay with that. And then whenever they say, we have to agree on the price, and I'm like, okay, the price is $26,900, so that's what I'm gonna get. They're like, well, we can't accept outside financing. I'm like, you can't accept outside financing. When I'm really gonna bring you a check to pay for the car, you have to do inside financing. So we got around that. They're like, okay, we'll do your financing, but we're gonna put all these additives on. We're gonna put this warranty on, we're gonna put all these extras on, and now the price comes out to be $35,100. Goes from $26,900 to $35,100. This is at Toyota Richardson in Texas. And I told him, I'm like, the advertised price is $26,900. I'm not doing anything other than the advertised price. They got it down. Well, we can get down to 31. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not buying anything. I'm gonna walk if you can't get it down to 26.9. They're like, okay. So guess what? I'm walking and I'm going somewhere else.
Yeah, so based on what this guy is saying, this company sounds pretty shady. At this point, if you're in the market for a new car right now, I would recommend going to a private seller. Now, of course, that comes with its own risk, like it won't be as many protections and there could be, may not be as much transparency potentially, but you can usually get a decent car for a cheaper price. And, you can still, I would recommend having some knowledge about cars and, getting it checked out, making sure everything's good. But these car dealerships are really losing their minds right now. And
Here we have one of our oldest trucks in inventory, the 2018 Tundra V8 SR5. I like to take my oldest car in inventory home every single day to see why they're not selling. Do a better job with these headlights. The emblem's a little faded. One thing I noticed, which is 100% on me, my fault, I have to do a better job doing a quality control check after the car's out of detail, because there's no way this car is like this. Seats are absolutely filthy. Smells a little bit in here, and that's just something as a team that we have to do better of and catch her.
And with all that, with the filthy seats and the faded color, I bet you he's charging an arm and a leg for that car. Which, it's a nice looking car. I can see it being more expensive than your average vehicle, but I don't think that's the main reason why it's not selling. I think you need to lower that price. I don't know what it is, but I think you'd have better luck if you did that.
On, because I believe if someone walks in on this truck, they're gonna walk right back out. And that, look, there's trash in the bed. The bed liner is the bed liner. That's what it's there for. I still think it can be cleaned a little bit better.
Okay, now I would say that part is a bit much. Why is that not clean? Okay, maybe it is the way it looks too. Cause I would think it's just common sense if you're get your car nice and ready for buyers. Why is the back part super dirty? Like the seats were kind of stained and could use some work. Okay, yeah, but the back of it, come on.
I have 3 cars on my lot right now that I can't believe are still here. 2021 Civic Type R, only 36,000 miles. Red suede seats with Type R lettering, 6-speed manual. 2023 Ford Bronco Wildtrak. Absolutely beautiful green on the vehicle right here. You get the beautiful 2-tone interior with the beige and black on it. Nice large screen, 360 camera. This one is priced incredibly. I do not know how I have this last one still here. 2020 Porsche Macan GTS.
Because it's a Porsche. Not everybody can just afford a Porsche. These cars look really nice. It looked like they're in really good shape, but I can tell, based on the models and the years that they are, it's probably pretty expensive, and, people can't afford this. And he looks like he lives in a snowy area, so I know, I live down here in Florida, so I don't have to deal with that, but I know just cold weather in general could be a really pain in the butt when it comes to dealing with cars. Like it makes your car more prone to issues. It takes longer for things to kind of heat up and just get going, so that would be another hassle. And that's just another cherry on top with why maybe it's not selling.
I ordered a SUV from Carvana. I loved it. It was black outside. The outside was so nice. The size was perfect. It had a third row, but I had to return it because there was mold inside those little inserts behind the seats.
Okay, that has to be criminal. There's no way that these people at Carvana did not know there was mold in those seats. Like when you're preparing a car to be sold to someone, you're gonna look through everything. You're gonna look through all the pockets, all the crevices to make sure there's nothing left in it. Someone definitely knew there was mold in it. Like someone literally was trying to get over on you, lady.
Garbage. There was milk still on the seat. The tires were almost bald. If you see, the pedals are so dirty. Like, Carvana put no effort into this delivery. They didn't clean it. It looked like they quickly just wiped it down. The tires, this tire was ripping. We did ask about the tires, and the guy said it passed the bare minimum that it needed to be delivered.
Okay, yeah. Whoever was trying to sell this car, they said, okay, someone wants to buy it, finally, good, sell it. Just get out of here. They were definitely trying to just get rid of this car. They were just so happy to see that someone, was willing to buy it. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Let me know what you all think. How do you guys are any of you guys in the market for cars right now, or you try to wait it out a little bit because things are too expensive? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.